Hey guys, welcome to another video. So we've been talking about public health. We've been talking about the things that are important in the maintenance of public health. We've talked about refuse and sewage disposal. We've talked about protection of water and provision of clean water. So today we'll be talking about another thing that is important in maintenance of public health, which is food hygiene. So food must be produced, stored and prepared and also cooked in a hygienic way. So to ensure this, there are public authorities in charge of making sure that there is market sanitation. They are responsible for market sanitation, food storage sanitation, food sanitation, and the sanitation of public eating places. So to ensure that food is produced, stored, prepared and cooked in a hygienic way, there are public authorities responsible for these things. So today we'll be talking about market sanitation and food storage sanitation. Now, for a market to be kept in a hygienic condition, it should be occupied, or it should be located in a place that is far from rubbish dumps and main roads. So make sure it's not near main roads and it is located far away from rubbish dumps. That it must have an adequate water supply. Then there must be sanitary conveniences like toilets and washrooms. Then there must be refuse disposal facilities like incinerators. So a good market should have all of these things. Also, a market should be divided into different sections. Now each section should be selling the same type of food. So if there's a section here, everything they are selling there may be tomatoes. Then in another section, everything they are selling there may be preserved food, maybe canned food. So the market should be divided into different sections, and each section should be selling the same type of food. So the public inspectors must check the markets daily to ensure that it is clean and it does not harbor pests. So the market must be checked daily to ensure it is clean and does not harbor pests. So that is that about market sanitation. Now let's talk about food storage sanitation or food storage. Now, food, as we know, fresh food is seldom eaten immediately. We rarely eat food immediately. Food that is gotten from the farm. It's not every one of us that have farms in our backyards and just go and pick the food we want to eat. So fresh food is not always eaten immediately. So food has to be stored for some time before it is eaten. Now, most foods have to be preserved to prevent microbial decay during storage. So while we are storing this food, we have to make sure these foods are preserved, and that's to prevent microbial decay. So food warehouses where we store food must have relevant facilities for storage of food. And for example, we must have things like cold room for preservation. So that's very important when we're talking about food storage and preservation. There must be all the facilities that are necessary for food preservation and storage must be present in a place that we call a food warehouse, or where we store food. So all food warehouses must be inspected regularly to ensure that they are, one, pest free, and two, the food that is we have to ensure they are free of pests. That, like I said, the first one. Then the second one is that the food that is stored must be under hygienic and proper conditions. And also, the food must be the food that is stored. We have to ensure that it is not contaminated. So that's the things that must be inspected in a food warehouse. We have to ensure that it is pest-free, that the food that is stored is under hygienic and proper conditions, and the food stored is not contaminated. So that about food storage. And with that, we've come to the end of today's video. So in our next video, we'll be talking about food sanitation and public eating places under food hygiene. See you in our next video. Bye for now.